Hello, everyone. I hope everyone has had a great semester learning about different changes and how it's impacting our organizations. So I'm certainly excited to share what I have for you today. Best Academy, Fairfax Global Academy, and Thomas Edison School of Fairfax are fully accredited K through 12 private school administered by the same group of 7 individuals in a holacratic work environment. Instead of a traditional top-down structure, the power is spread throughout the organization, often in a smaller project-based teams. This configuration seeks to empower each person to freely work at their own pace, which sounds really great, regardless of their ranks, while residing within the organization's core purpose. So during the school year, the enrollment numbers can dip down to 20, and these are full-time students that are signed up for the entire year. During the summer break, however, the enrollment numbers can spike up to 300 plus students since they are enrolled in the summer camp programs. Since the opening of Best Academy in 1994 as an after-school learning center, the two owners, Dr. Matthew Lee and Mr. Samuel Moon, added Fairfax Global Academy, a 100% online K through 12 full day school in 2020 during the pandemic. And we also plan to add Thomas Edison School of Fairfax, an in-person kindergarten through second grade school for the gifted and talented students for this upcoming fall of 2021. So again, we started out with Best Academy in 1994, worked with the same group of people, opened Fairfax Global Academy, a 100% online school during the pandemic. And then by this upcoming fall, we plan to open the third school under our portfolio called Thomas Edison School of Fairfax, which is 100% in-person school for the younger children. Running 3 different schools between 7 admin staff may sound crazy, because it is. The leadership is fully aware of the employee burnouts and frequent turnovers due to the rare structure of the organization. Instead of mentioning our stakeholders first here, I actually would like to work backwards and cover how instituting the 4-week orientation onboarding program will impact everyone related to the organization. So while working at your own pace sounds terrific in a holacratic environment, in other words, there's close to zero micromanagement, this strategy of Fairfax Global Academy, Best Academy, and Thomas Edison School of Fairfax in the future is also imposing severe threats to the organization's growth. Due to the unfamiliar management style, I've actually never worked in an environment where it's free. A newly hired staff often face difficulties figuring out a regular workday rhythm. So until they learn enough about the organization themselves to identify the school's immediate and future needs, they feel lost with so much time in their hands. I remember coming on board and being a former student of Best Academy, I thought I knew the organization pretty well, but I ended up feeling lost the same way, even though I knew the institution as a former student. So I can imagine how a new hire who has no previous background or information about the schools can feel extremely lost. So that leads to the reason for change. And the 4-week orientation program allows for the new hires to experience all facets of our operations. A trainee shadows the 4 department heads each week, and they'll carve out a role that fits their personality and career preference aligned with the organization's existing culture. So we love the culture of working at our own pace, But since the new hires are struggling to adapt, we want to preserve it, but at the same time come up with a solution that allows the new hires to get acclimated to the existing culture quickly. By having this program in place and successfully adding more new hires, we can definitely address the burnouts that we currently have for the current employees and prevent the frequent turnovers. So a lot of our new hires didn't pan out because of this unusual management style, especially in a place where we have majority of the employees from the East Asian with the East Asian background. And this will definitely help preserve our autonomous culture while shaping the organization's future beyond the COVID-19 phase. By adding more full-time employees through the orientation program, we can expect to run 2 schools more smoothly while planning for the grand opening of our 3rd in-person full-day school in the fall. And with each successful onboarding process of new employees, so we're not looking to just add one, but if we can add multiple successfully, we can easily double our gross profit. And this will keep the first 3 groups of our stakeholders happy. So the first 3 groups are leadership, the admin team, and then our teachers. Additionally, the organization can expand our portfolio of education partners, including Microsoft, College of William and Mary, Zoom, and more, ensuring the quality of our education for the students and the parents, so our 4th group of stakeholders. So please take a close look at the current organizational chart of Fairfax Global Academy and Best Academy. So note that I kept everyone's position of the bubble precisely the same between the 2 schools. But we lose many of our new hires because of the confusing communication channel and shifting of our roles. So although they are placed the same way, we have different titles, and our communication channel looks very different between the 2 schools. So without addressing the current organizational structure and the line of communication, adding Thomas Edison School of Fairfax will cause more extensive confusion, in my opinion. So here is the proposed organizational chart. The proposed hubs and spokes model is optimal for the 4-week orientation program as each administrator becomes team leader. So while Dr. Lee heads the academics hub, Mr. Moon takes care of the operations hub, and different spokes are connected to the corresponding hubs. And you can note that the admissions department and then the marketing department works with both academics and operations, because you not only have to align the content with the academics, and you have to pay for your marketing efforts. And when students are admitted to different schools, they pay for the school and they also get plugged into the right type of schools. And new members are to spend a week with each team to evaluate their preference and become team members of a specific department to operate the schools. So instead of having three different organizational chart, I'm proposing to have one organizational chart, and with one person specializing in a specific department. And with the 4-week orientation program, they will follow each of these individuals and to experience everything before they decide on which department they would like to work for. I've always lived with the notion that people naturally resist change. But however, by proposing smaller bites of ideas for the administration team to digest and properly addressing the current problems identified earlier, I really believe that we are ready to embrace what is to come during the summer and the fall of 2021. Again, thank you for viewing my presentation, and if you have any questions, feel free to share below and reply, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you.